Today, I want to talk to you about something we all do. No matter how successful you are, at one time or another, you're going to fall into the self-sabotage trap. And the price of this is high. Your self-esteem, your confidence, it's going to plummet. Your income is going to suffer. You'll start to think that you're not cut out for this, which then leads to frustration, burnout, resentment, and yes, even more self-sabotaging behaviors. So as you can probably guess, this downward spiral can very quickly turn devastating for yourself and your business. But the good news is that it can be stopped. And it can be done quite easily when you learn to recognize the symptoms of self-sabotage. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, Maureen here. Real quick, before we jump in, if you are a blogger or a content creator of any type who is looking for tips, templates, and the trainings to help you grow your online business and make your first 1K plus with digital products, take a second, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the videos I post on this channel each and every week. Okay, here we go. The first self-sabotaging behavior that will keep you stuck is procrastination. Did you mean to work on your opt-in today, to go live on social media, to share your strategy with your audience? Or maybe you were going to finally start working on your digital product or doing some market research to see what your audience really wants, but then you just never did. These and other missed opportunities like this can often be blamed on simple procrastination. It's one of the most destructive habits content creators suffer from, especially because you're your own boss, right? Like no one is telling you what to do. But procrastination, it's mentally and physically very costly when it comes to growing an online business as a content creator, right? So if you're prone to procrastination, you need to get very curious about why you're putting off things, right? If you're being honest with yourself, in action, it typically comes down to fear. So if you're feeling stuck in your business, the first thing to do is to recognize this fear. Are you afraid that your content won't be good enough so you don't write the blog post or record the video? Are you afraid that even if you invest in yourself in that course, you're not going to reach your goals, so you just don't enroll? Are you afraid that you're going to make a mistake when you go live on social media, so you just avoid connecting with your audience altogether? Do any of these sound familiar? If you want to be successful in business, it is going to require you to step out of your comfort zone. And you need to learn to recognize and face your fears and then do that work anyway. I know that's hard, but it's what needs to be done. Now, one thing that can help you with this is to really just start visualizing your life and the business that you desire. Imagine what it would be like to have this amazing business that you've been dreaming about. And then make a list of those hard things that you need to start doing that are outside of your comfort zone. Post it up somewhere, right? And somewhere you're going to see it every single day. And start doing at least one of these tasks every single day, like no excuses. If you want to grow, you're going to have to do the uncomfortable things that you're procrastinating on, right? And then reward yourself when you do something that scares you. It's okay. Give yourself some type of incentive for getting those hard things done. Take yourself out to lunch, buy yourself a cup of coffee. Do what's most likely going to motivate you to power through those fears and take your business to the next step. And 9 times out of 10, once you do it, you realize it wasn't nearly as terrifying as you build it up to be in your head. Okay, the second self-sabotaging behavior that keeps you stuck in your business is staying busy, quote unquote busy, but not productive. So I'd love to ask you guys, how many times are you checking your email a day, your phone, your social media channels, maybe tweaking your website, changing your brand colors, redoing your logo, just jumping from one task to another before finishing? There's a ton of ways to stay busy in your business, but none of them are going to move the needle forward. I've done this. Being busy is about working harder, where being productive is about working smarter. And if you're not careful, it's very easy to fall in the trap of thinking that these busy activities that you're doing are growing your business when they are not at all. I think people often hide in their quote unquote busyness by adding to their to-do list. Like, I'm so busy, I have so many things to do. But in reality, only 5% of the activities are really responsible for 95% of your results in your business. So why are we as business owners focusing on these little tasks that make no difference instead of doing the things that really move the needle forward, like doing that market research we have to do, talking to our audience, creating our offer, building out our digital products so we can start bringing in income, growing a connection with our audience by going live or emailing them weekly. Like, why aren't most people doing these things? And again, because these things are hard, they're hard. It's harder than checking your email for the 10th time in a day or posting a graphic on social media, right? Again, it's making you step out of your comfort zone, which your brain, as soon as you do that, saying, no, like, stop, like, they're just trying to protect you from doing those scary things, but that's what you need to do to move forward. James Wedmore really nails this on the head, and I really want you to hear this if you are struggling with this busyness, okay? He says that 5% of activities that really matter, that will really help your business grow, are outside of your comfort zone. So if you don't want to take those uncomfortable steps to put yourself out there, you will always stay stuck being busy. And again, this ties back in with procrastination, right? Like, you don't want to risk rejection or failure or whatever fear you may have, so you don't do those hard, uncomfortable, needle-moving tasks that need to be done. But again, the truth is, if you don't do them, you'll never have a successful business. I've personally fallen into this trap so many times. I'm a human, we all are. I still do from time to time, but I can recognize it now. And it's really important to keep in mind that if what you are working on or doing in your business each day doesn't feel a bit uncomfortable, it's most likely not moving your business forward at all. So get uncomfortable. All right, so how do we actually remove the busy from our day and replace it with productivity? My biggest tip would be to start removing distractions. That's the first thing you can do. Only check your email once or twice, maybe at most per day. I know that may be hard, but you can do it. Set up automatic automations for social media to post out your posts, and so you're not getting sucked in and going on social media, right? Because 5 minutes turns into 50 very easily. You can hire out small jobs, someone to do your logo. Create a strategic plan of needle moving activities and focus on accomplishing 1 to 2 of these important tasks each day before engaging in any type of quote unquote busy activity like checking your email. Make a plan for the next day, also the night before, so that you don't waste time in the morning trying to figure out what you should focus on. That way you can just jump right in. That has been really helpful to me. Now, if you're getting to the end of your allotted work time and you're not accomplishing anything, like at the end of the day, the next time you sit down to work, record every single thing that you're doing during your workday. Like anytime you check your email, anytime that you go on social media, record every single thing that you're doing and then review it at the end of the day. And you should be able to see, review your day and see, what am I doing here? Is any of this stuff actually moving the needle forward? It'll really bring your bad habits to the surface. Okay, and the third self-sabotaging behavior that keeps you stuck is failing to complete your projects. Be honest, how many of you have half-written blog posts or partially planned programs or unfinished digital products or courses that you've been through? How many of these things are cluttering up your hard drive right now? If you're like a lot of entrepreneurs, the answer is probably tons, right? Most of us entrepreneurs are multi-passionate, and I get that. I'm the same way. You likely start all of these projects with great enthusiasm. You plan out a video or a blog post, but then you never finish it, or you create part of a digital product, or maybe you have completed it, but you haven't launched it. Maybe you've even outlined a sales page and then you just stopped working on it. Maybe you tell yourself that you're just too busy. Maybe you're saying, I just need to do more research. Maybe you get shiny object syndrome and get distracted. Or maybe you just simply lost interest, right? But the truth is, none of these are actually the real reason. For a lot of creators, the self-sabotaging habit is actually a symptom of just that lack of confidence. And again, that fear of failure. It keeps you from getting that success you deserve. If you can see the pattern here, all this comes back to fear. So if you never choose to put yourself out there because maybe a fear of failure or rejection, again, you're always going to stay stuck. Failure is absolutely necessary for anything you want to do in business. It's inevitable when you have a business. I've failed so many times growing my online businesses, but it's truly how you perceive it. You can choose to beat yourself up over it, or you can choose to understand that failure it's how you learn and it's truly how you grow. And the key is not to take it personally, right? You have to look at it objectively. Instead of beating yourself up about it, say, okay, well, this didn't work. Let me try this. Or this didn't go as planned, but maybe I just need to change up my copy or my call to action. The only time that you truly fail is when you give up. You can't know the possibility of the outcome of a digital product if you never create and launch it, or the actual success rate of a program you never finish. And you can't improve upon something that you've never completed, right? Hit the like button if this is making sense to you. And a lot of people, they just want the tips or the step-by-step how-to for success. But even if you have all the strategy in the world, so much of your success comes from right here, like your mindset, your behavior. So while this might not be the most exciting video, this is information that you need to know to be successful. And so I really want you to take some time today to reflect on your online business. Is it growing? Are you bringing in an income yet? How much time are you spending doing the busy things? If not, what self-sabotaging behavior may be keeping you stuck in your business and preventing you from making the income and the impact that you want to make? And if you feel comfortable doing so, leave a comment below, put it out there, acknowledge it, and then you'll be able to move forward. Don't beat yourself up for it. You're doing an amazing thing. You are bringing awareness to these self-sabotaging habits so that you can move forward and grow. The first step to moving forward is to recognize these behaviors. Then make the decision to step out of your comfort zone and fail fast so you can start to grow your business. I hope this video was helpful to you today and that it got you thinking in a new way. Again, if you feel comfortable, leave me a comment. Let me know what self-sabotaging behavior that is really keeping you stuck in your business, and I'll see you next time.